Hey, what's up guys, it's Apollo Uchiha here and welcome back to my channel. Today I am back with a new movie. The name of this movie is What If Naruto Claws of Wolverine. And yeah guys, it is an unscripted movie and my own idea. Now before continuing this, the thing is that I will be taking inspiration from the original Wolverine from Marvel Comics, but the thing is, it will be in my own version. Like, I will integrate it into the lore of Naruto or try my best to do so. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and if you do, then make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel, and follow me on my Meta What If channel as well if you haven't done so already. And without any further ado, let's begin with our today's movie. Our story begins in the most brutal eras of Elemental Nation, the clan warring one, in which clans fought one another for dominance and land, killing the rest who were opposed to them because they did not care what happened to the others, while they were the ones who thrived. And in this way, many of the earlier clans were wiped out by those who were stronger. A lot of blood and death was left in their wake, a lot of desperation, and a lot of anger and vengeance. And from that, forged in the hell of that fire, was born a monster, a person. Nobody was aware of what it was. Some called him a hybrid. Some called him a literal demon from hell. He wore a robe on his face, covering himself, but the only thing that everyone was aware of was its piercing blue eyes and its claws. Claws that came out of his knuckles that had a katana-like feeling. They were metal claws. A person should not have been able to possess them or even have them, but he was able to do that. Summon them on command. Ripping from his knuckles, they appeared, and they were capable of cutting down each and every blade and throat alike. He killed many clans of earlier age, leaving only a few of the prominent ones behind, like the Hyugas, Senjus, Uzumakis, and the Uchihas, because they usually fought amongst themselves and were the only sensible enough clans that did not cause pain and suffering to the rest. While on the other side, the rest of the clans, the bigger ones, were wiped out. The man, nobody know his name, became a legend. They gave him one. Wolverine. A person who disappeared after the clan warring era ended. But in that era alone he was born in, he unleashed hell. 15 to 20 clans were wiped out clean, each one consisting of 200 to 300 people each. All gone. Not a single soul was spared. And some say he was the ghost of spirit of all those who had been killed by those clans, coming back to hunt them as a form of vengeance. Some said that it was a demon from hell, but nobody was aware of what it was. But one thing everyone agreed on was its name, Wolverine, and everyone was aware of its urban legend in the present day of the Elemental Nations. As we go towards the Shinobi Academy, in which we see the next generations of Shinobis and Konoichis were being trained, as one such class being taught by Iruka Umino was present, as the sensei covered the urban legends of the Elemental Nation, and the Wolverine subject was mentioned. Sensei, Naruto has blue eyes. You mean to say that he might be related to that? Said Kiba, as everyone joked. Very funny, Kiba. Everyone knows that I am much more awesome than that Wolverine person or whatnot. Naruto, enough about that. And you as well, Kiba. Yeah, right, Naruto. Like you could ever be as cool as the Wolverine. You know that monster killed and wiped out 20 clans just because some say that his own clan was hurt and he was left alive to suffer and die on his own. And that became the biggest mistake. We shouldn't be talking about someone's pain like this, said Naruto. That boy saw everything in front of him burn. Maybe I can understand his hatred. And that caused Iruka to have a fearful expression on his face alone, while the others, they were quite a bit shocked and taken back by Naruto. You're going soft on me, Naruto, said Kiba, but this time nobody laughed, making him look like an idiot, so he shut the hell up. Naruto, how about you take the day off, son? What? Why? I'm completely fine, Sensei. No, you should, because I can see that you're not yourself. I was just giving an opinion. You don't need to be so scared, Sensei, said Naruto, chuckling a bit to lighten the mood. No, son, I think you should take the day off. And so, Naruto was excused and was granted a leave by his sensei. And Naruto was confused. Who in the hell does that? And why would he be given a leave when he only suggested that he could understand the pain of Wolverine? As now we see, Naruto was walking out of the academy and happened to be bumped into none other than Hiruzen Sarutobi, who was currently on a walk throughout the streets of Konoha and happened to be passing by the same road that went down to the market through the academy. Naruto, what are you doing out here, son? Did you get kicked out of the class for causing any more trouble? No, actually, Urban Legends was being discussed today and I just gave my opinion and was well told to take a leave. A leave? What were you discussing? It's Wolverine, I guess, or something? Wolverine. It is an urban legend, a haunting one at that. What did you say that caused you to be allowed to take a leave? I said that I could maybe understand his pain, like he suffered everything. Kiba said that he was left alone by the clans who he wiped out to die and suffer alone, and in front of his eyes every one of his loved one was wiped out. So I told him anyone would snap at that and I could relate to that. I see. How about we go and grab a bowl of ramen, Naruto? Alright, if you say so. Today has been quite weird, Gigi, to be honest. Yes, I understand that, my dear boy. And so, both of them arrived, and were having a bowl of ramen, as Hiruzen changed the topic and subject entirely, but Naruto, as in his usual curiosity-filled self, brought it back. I want to know more about it. Well, he basically covered it up. Your sensei. Nobody knows where he went or where he has gone off to. Some say that he had died, some said that he had settled down. But nobody is aware where Wolverine has gone off to. So there's a chance that it might be outside still somewhere. Yes, that is a possibility, but it may be a story created by the people of the past, who knows? But you were there at the time, right, when the village was formed? You yourself said that you were just a kid. A newborn. Yes, a newborn. I was very afraid of this legend when I was a kid. At your age. But nowadays, it's just that, a story to tell to the kids and future generations. Or at the campfire, trying to scare the other person. Is that it? Yes, that's so. And after that, Naruto was dropped off at home by Hiruzen, as it was already evening, and went back to his office, where he found that outside of the door was Inuzuka Umino still waiting. Ah, Inuzuka. Just the man I was wishing to speak to. Come inside my office. There is a lot we need to discuss. Yes, we need to. As both of them went inside, Hiruzen was seated now on his office, as he directly looked at Iruka and then said, Why did you do that, Iruka? Send Naruto on a leave on something that did not need to scare you that much. It's not that. I believe I might have been misunderstanding, but I saw something. Saw what? Naruto's arm was visible, and through it I saw something like a blade move up towards his knuckles. That is the most wildest excuse I have heard from one of my own Chunins, Iruka. And I did not expect this from you. Because you seem to like Naruto. Of course I do. I was worried. And I got scared. I really think that Naruto might be cursed by that legend, as we speak of it. Cursed. Or maybe reborn. Iruka, you're just worried too much and imagining things. Naruto and Wolverine, who is a legend, have no connection whatsoever. Both of them are completely different. Just because he is a Jinchuriki doesn't mean that he is the next Wolverine. I am aware of that, but I want you to at least check Naruto through medics once, because he might have the claws. You are exaggerating, Iruka. How about you take a week off? Let Mizuki take over for a while. He has been your assistant for a long time now, so it wouldn't be trouble if he takes over. And as for Naruto and him being the Wolverine, you're imagining things. There is no way both things could connect together. I am sure what I saw. Just please confirm this. I don't need vacation, Hokage-sama. You are, and that's an order. Now leave. I understand. And so, Iruka was about to leave and Hiruzen was seated on his desk until an explosion erupted from the side of village in which Naruto's house was located. What the hell? Isn't that where Naruto lives? Said Iruka to Hiruzen as both of them looked at one another and their eyes widened. Both dashed and arrived there, only to find that the whole apartment complex in which Naruto's apartment was burning down in flames. Naruto! Oh my god, Naruto! As suddenly pushing aside a burning wooden log with a burnt up skin, Naruto rose. Didi! Help! As Naruto was taking steps towards Hiruzen and Iruka noticed something. Naruto's healing factor. It wasn't like any other Uzumaki. It was healing, and fast. So much so that the wounds had stopped bleeding and the flesh was connecting back to the fibers itself, and the skin was regrowing even. And by the time he stood in front of Hiruzen and was looking like he was about to pass out, he had recovered. Not a single hair of his was damaged, as if... Oh my god. That's one of the abilities of the Wolverine, isn't it, from the legend? To be able to recover from each and every blow? He couldn't be killed? You're imagining things. He is an Uzumaki. His healing factor, Uzumakis did not have that much of a healing factor. Even they took 1 to 2 days to heal. And that was still when the scars remained. Naruto in front of our eyes, within seconds, from the wounds that took have months to heal, have healed completely, Hokage-sama. You can't just ignore this. You will not speak of this to anyone. You understand me? Yes, I do, but I will get him checked. That is all you need to know. Thank you for your service, Iruka. And with that, Iruka left, as now we see Naruto, who was unconscious, was picked by Hiruzen, as by that time, the people, some of them who had gathered, were whispering amongst themselves. All of you, it implies to you as well. If these words get out, I will remember the faces and will have you all penalized and well as imprisoned. You understand me? There was silence. I said, do you understand me? Yes, Hokage-sama. Good. And so, Hiruzen disappeared via Sunshin with Naruto in his arms, arriving at a private sector of the hospital, which was specifically for shinobis of high rankings as well as the Anbus. Hiruzen called for a doctor. What is it? Hokage-sama. Tatsuya. Thank God you are here. Here, I want you to do all and every sort of test that we and our facilities can provide on this boy. Because I want to find out how a boy walking out of flames after an explosion can heal from flesh wounds within seconds. That's not possible, I'm sorry to say. Wait, you mean to say this boy who doesn't even have a scar, let alone a burn mark, even a small one that doesn't hurt that much, but let alone remains a mark, survived that? Just now, that explosion that we heard. Yes. Dear God. I'll go and do what I can, Hokage-sama. Just stay put. Alright. I'm leaving him in your care. While on the other side, as soon as Hiruzen was freed from this mess, another one was upon him. The council have gathered in the council chamber and have been alerted of what has happened, as an Anbu was already dispatched and was standing there bowing to him. Hokage-sama. You are the messenger, Anbu, from the council. Why are you here, Parrot? I am here to deliver the news that the council have gathered, my lord, at the council chamber, and we await you. Await me? For what? A council meeting? About the events that have taken place already? Hiruzen took off the hat and let his head roam over his head for a moment to calm his nerves. As he pinched the bridge of his nose, these people. What do they want with him now? Alright, I'll be there as soon as I can. They want to have a meeting now. I'm unfortunately ordered by them. Who do you need to listen to more? Anbu, me or them? You, my lord. Then they will wait as long as I tell them to wait. I understand, my lord. I will convey your message to them. Good. Now leave. I do not need your assistance here. And so, the Anbu left. The doctor took at least 5 to 6 hours to conduct each and every test and get reports. And after compiling a huge thick bundle of files, he arrived. I have conducted each and every sort of test. Everything is normal. And all the reports indicate that the boy is healthy, safe, no burn marks, no wounds whatsoever, and even his tenant is secured without interrupting anything. Aside from minor chakra flow because of its own huge chakra pool. And any Genkai or whatnot, I did those tests as well because he said each and every one. Unfortunately, there isn't. Not even a healing one. Yes, not even a healing one. Then how does he possess such a strong healing factor? That might be an anomaly. God knows how. Only he could tell. I need you to keep this a secret. And once Naruto is awake, we need to, as that is when a nurse who was there to tend to Naruto was heard screaming as both of the doctors and Hiruzen, who were speaking outside, dashed inside to find that Naruto's knuckles, they were opened, and from then were extracting outwards small metal claws. Oh my god. Is that metal claws coming out of his knuckles? The doctor picked one of them up and examined them, even letting one of its fingers being pierced by them. It's sharp. Like the most sharpest blade ever. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Tatsuya. I know, Hokage-sama. I will keep this a secret, but I want to examine the boy and x-ray him. A new machine has been found by us. We need to do that. And so they conducted the test, only to find that inside Naruto's arm bones were 3 blades, placed quietly, and they had a pathway that allowed without any harm through Naruto's arms to extend through his knuckle and be used as a form of blades, indicating from how sharp it was. And Naruto's senses and mental tests were conducted, indicating that his senses have heightened more than a normal person, even more than a Jonin, a high-ranking one, borderline Kage level shinobi at such a young age. You are serious about this? Yes, it's amazing. Nobody has been able to achieve this much of sensory abilities and heightened senses, let alone the blades. I have been searching about this and found one thing. And I think, as shrewd as it may sound, but the boy might be related to the legend itself, the Wolverine from the clan warring era. That was just an urban legend, a tale to scare the childrens. There's no way that Naruto is that, but I'm afraid that it might be because that proof is in front of us. God knows how, but he's here. And we can tell, we can see. I want you to keep this a secret, Tatsuya. An S-rank one. You know, one that is punishable by that if you shared it. Without my permission. I know. And I understand. That is why I am telling you. This boy, he needs to be examined and studied. No such thing of that will be happened, because we do not want another Orochimaru incident to happen, because people might try to harvest his powers or try to use him. You're right. That is something I did not try to think about. Good thing I was here to make you aware then, Doctor. Thank you. And once Naruto is awake, make sure the Anbus let him go towards a new apartment that I have assigned to him. I will tell him that. What about you, Tao? 6 hours have passed and I heard that there was a council meeting going on. I will go there now. And so, Hiruzen arrived. 6 hours later, the whole council was tired and waiting for the Hokage as per his orders. This meeting is in session. Now begin, said Hiruzen, entering and storming into his office chair. As soon as he was seated, Danzo Shimura stood up. I say this on behalf of everyone. Dear esteemed Hokage, what took you so long to get here? We have been waiting for you for the past 6 hours. You will wait as much as longer I tell you to wait. You are the ones who arranged this council meeting, and when I will be freed, I will get here. I understand, but we have to discuss about the blast that occurred. It was an orchestrated attack, Danzo. What more do you want to know? We are aware of that, but we want to know about the Jinchuriki. People said that they saw him burnt, flesh wounds visible, huge chunks of it even missing, and then all of that regrew within seconds. And he looked like he hasn't been hurt in his whole life before passing out. And from the doctor's private wing, I was able to uncover on my own through sources that the boy had claws extracting from his knuckles. Is that the truth? No. The healing factor might be, but the claws is just vague. It's fake. Whoever has told you, he is lying and trying to escalate things. Oh my god, the Wolverine is back. It's reborn as that monster. We already knew that boy was cursed when he was the Jinchuriki of the QB, but now this? We have to do something about him, Hokage-sama. We can't let him roam free. As the murmurs between the civilians grew, the shinobis were also talking about themselves because this was serious. As Tazumi Inuzuka then said, wait, I am the one who is the expert here. Allow me and my clan to at least conduct some tests. Give us a few months with him, and we will analyze and see if he is truly the Wolverine or not. And after that, we will inform the council, and the council can decide what to do. Is that alright with both sides? As the shinobis agreed, and so did the civilians, because Inuzuka clan was more known for training as well as containing the dogs and wolves. So, since Wolverine was from a myth, man acting like one, they knew that if Naruto was someone, he would be tamed by them. As Hiruzen then said, this is absurd. Naruto has been through hell, yes, and you want him to go through this now? He has already have enough on his plate. You all hate him, abuse him, and now you want him to what? Go through this bullshit? This bullshit, as you speak of, Hiruzen, is for the sake of everyone else here. We are doing whatever it takes for us to make sure that our village is safe, even when you cannot see it. You have our permission, Tsumi-san. On whose authority, Danzo? Obviously, you are in not the right mental state right now to conduct this, and we, as per the laws of Konoha, are able to void whenever a loved one of the Kage is involved. But seeing that you already have that boy considered your grandchild, we might as well step in. And so the test was being now conducted, and the Anbus were alerted of this. As on the other side, Naruto woke up, we see his vision was a bit blurry, and he could still remember him resting on his bed until it was in flames and he was in agony. As he got up and sat straight, panting heavily. Easy there, here, take this. As a pill was handed to Naruto, as he took it with a glass of water, and then realized, wait, where am I? What did you feed me? I am Tatsuya, your doctor. You were brought here after the explosion, Naruto. Explosion, said Naruto, looking as if he was in thought. So it was the truth. It was an explosion. I almost... Yes, but you did not had a single wound mark. How long was I out? For a few days. And from the looks of it, you are completely recovered. Completely. But I saw my body parts missing, like a few chunks from here, said Naruto, pointing towards his stomach. There's nothing to worry about, because everything is back in order. See for yourself. As Naruto did and was shocked, there wasn't a single wound mark there, let alone a scratch. What? How is this possible? You have a strong healing factor, kid. Really strong. And that is why you were able to survive that. And was able to recover. Naruto gulped and sighed. Wait, my home, said Naruto as his eyes wide open in shock. Realization dawned on him that he was now homeless, basically. You don't need to worry about that, said Tatsuya. What do you mean by that, doctor? The council have decided that you will be living with the Inuzuka clan for the next few months. What? Inuzuka clan? But why? I do not know. These are the details you need to discuss with the Hokage himself, unfortunately. But all I can tell you is that you were ordered to move there by the council. I don't understand this. As that is when there was a knock on the door and Tizumi Inuzuka was there. Hey there, Doc. Hello, Tizumi-san. And yes, Naruto is awake, as you can tell, as Tizumi came near him and sniffed. Nice to meet you, young pup. Name's Tizumi Inuzuka. And I am the pack leader of the Inuzuka clan. Pack leader? The clan had in their terms since they referred to it as that. Said Tatsuya. Oh, I see. You'll be living with us for a few months and we will be observing you. You have a strong scent of a predator. That much is for sure. A what now? A predator. The one who hunts in the wild. Said Tatsuya. Enough of your explanation, Tatsuya. Come, we have a lot to discuss. Wait, I need to speak to Gigi. No, you're coming with me. Korimaru, as the huge wolf dog that was nearby growled. As something happened, Naruto on instinct growled back, revealing his own canines as Korimaru was the one who was afraid, as Tizumi took a step back, as Naruto, his claws almost was now going to appear out of his knuckles. I think that's enough, said Tatsuya, interfering. Naruto, please calm down. As Naruto snapped out of it. Wait, what? What do you mean calm down? I wasn't even doing anything. Doing anything, you say? Said Tizumi. Alright, then let's go. I need to speak to Gigi first. Alright, you can speak to him. But after that, you will be coming to my clan compound. You hear me? Yes, ma'am. Alright, let's go, Kurimaru. And once both of them left, we see Naruto went straight towards after thanking the doctor to the Hokage office. And barged in. What the hell, Gigi? Why am I going to live with the Inuzuka clan? You know that Kiba and I don't get along, right? Is this some sort of punishment? No, son. Why would you be punished for going through hell? This is for a test that the council proposed. What? Why? Did I do something wrong? No. They just wanted to do some tests, and that is why you will be moving in with them. Nothing more, nothing less. You understand? Fine. 3 months, right? Yes, 3 to 4 months is all. Fine. I guess I'll stay there. And so, Naruto now finally found his way to the Inuzuka compound. As he was standing on the outside, he saw that within it was huge field of green grass, and on one side was huge kennels in which the dogs were residing in, because he could hear barks, and then there were signboards indicating that the clan compounds were here, and the main family house was in front, and on the right side was the medical bay for the dogs and hounds. Naruto walked and found Korimaru there, who growled at him. Naruto looked at him confused and said, "What's wrong with you? Why are you growling at me?" "Because you smell like a predator who is here to hunt." Hunt? I'm not here to hunt. I'm being sent here because I apparently did something that pissed the council off, even after getting my own self and the home almost blown up and die. I'll be keeping an eye on you. As Korimaru left, we see Tizumi arrived. Ah, so you finally made it here, Naruto. Took you long enough, kid. I was beginning to worry that you might have bailed on me. Bailed on you? Why would I? I mean, not like I have a choice or anything. Of course you don't. Come inside. As after showing him around the clan compound, Naruto was inside the family clan main house, where he saw Kiba was seated with Akamaru. Hey Akamaru. As Akamaru yipped, but then backed off from Naruto a bit, and let out a small growl. Huh? What's happening, Akamaru? It's me, Naruto. Are you going dumb, Akamaru? I think Akamaru is going dumb, Okasan. He says that Naruto smells like a predator. Is that so? Said Tizumi, looking a bit serious. As Kiba then said, "What did you do to my dog, you dumb idiot?" "Hey, I didn't do anything. I was being forced to go here anyways. Not like I want to stick around with you, you dumb fart." "What did you say to me? You know who the Alpha is?" "I am. as suddenly Naruto let out a growl as well of his own. You speak, you are the alpha. As Kiba took a step back, because now he could feel it too. As suddenly Naruto snapped out of it. Sorry, what? What are you talking about? Kiba? Uh, what the hell is wrong with you, you damn idiot? Why are you acting like a freak? What are you talking about, Kiba? Is he gone insane? Did he hit his head or something? No! The one who has hit his head is you. You don't remember what you did just now? What did I do? Nothing. What? Okazan, but he did. No, he didn't. How about you go and freshen up, Naruto? Alright, I'll go and do that. Where's your sister, Kiba? Hana. I don't know. She's upstairs, maybe in her room? Oh dear God. As on the other side we see Naruto went upstairs and arrived at a room that was on the left side and opened it, and only to find a girl standing there in a towel that was dropped and was wearing her clothes, and she stared at Naruto. What do you think you're staring at, you kid? Get out of here. Naruto on the other side was a blushing mess and almost had a nosebleed and passed out. Isn't that cute? As that is when Tsuzumi arrived. Hana, please cover yourself. Who's that? That's Kiba's friend, Naruto. Ugh, the dumb idiots? Then what is he doing here? He's gonna be staying with us. Ah, the kid that you mentioned about. The one with the healing factor. Apparently not only that. Let's place him upstairs in his room and go down. And once Naruto was placed in the right side of the room that was a bit in front, everyone, the Inuzuka family, was downstairs. So, he saw you, naked. Said Kiba, yes, I'm gonna kill that bastard. No, you're not. Besides, he's kind of cute, and Kiba looked like he had swallowed 8 lemons in a single bite. What? That's my friend! Ew, you're disgusting! Shut up, both of you. This is serious. The council have ordered Naruto to stay here because they think that Naruto might be the reincarnate or reborn of a legend of the past, the Wolverine. As Hana just smirked. Seriously, Kazan, you believe in that? As Kiba let out a howling laughter. Seriously, that dumb Naruto, our dumb Naruto, being Wolverine? Yeah, might as well not be a legend anymore. That's idiotic. Maybe the whole council has been smoking something. You too as well, Kazan. Enough of you, you idiots. I'm being serious. That is why Akamaru and Kurimaru has been on the edge. Even your triplets. And so, Hana observed, as she had a connection with them, was able to understand. Their body language suggests that. And they all say that he's an apex predator or something. So is that why? The legend of the Wolverine goes as follows. He was someone who was an outsider, not an Inuzuka. One of the Inuzukas were able to see his face. Tan skin, blue eyes, blonde hair, and that is all behind the hood and mask. And he saved one of our own in the clan warring era, and that was your grandmother, my mother, Satizumi. So he was real. Naruto has tan skin, blonde hair, and blue eyes. I think that he might be related to the Wolverine. This is absurd, Kazan. Naruto is an idiot, the deadbeat of our class. How can he be a Wolverine? He is known to be someone who was an apex predator, who hunted and butchered down 20 clans on his own, and they were stronger, rivaling the Uchihas and the Senju clan. Yes, that is true. But nobody knows why. But only the Inuzukas were aware of his appearance and have kept it a secret on his word. Because he vowed that if it is made public, then he would come and hunt us down. Is that so? Said Kiba. Say, if Naruto really is this, this Wolverine figure, then what will Konoha do with him? First we need to identify. The way sometimes he behave, letting his instincts win over, it's obvious that he isn't aware. When the situation arises, it will become aware. And so, for the next 3 months, as Naruto stayed with them, Naruto showed minor signs, but aside from that, nothing much. And Tizumi, once submitted the report, Naruto was freed of all charges and was left again to, well, go on about and live on his own. But Naruto, he has gotten used to the Inuzuka clan, so much so that he requested them if he could stay, willingly this time, because he didn't want it to admit, aside from Kiba, everything there being there was like being fun, as the Inuzuka clan was more than happy to have him, because he was a soul from outside who kind of resembled them, integrated well into them, and so the whole village was happy in this way, while some of the clans weren't. But who gives a damn about them? As Naruto said to Hiruzen. Time went on and Naruto graduated from the academy this time thanks to the help of the Inuzuka clan's teaching instead of failing. And after doing so, Naruto was still didn't allow it to have a headband. Wait, what? Why? The constitution and law of Konoha suggest that you have failed because you were helped by Inuzuka clan, which in itself is a form of cheating, Naruto, said Mizuki. I'm sorry to say, but you can't have a headband. But I passed the test, Sensei. Isn't that what the goal was? No. You have to pass the test on your own, Naruto. But unfortunately, you have failed. This is the biggest bullshit, Sensei, said Kiba as he stood up. He passed it fair and square. He trained with me. Even though he was living under my clan, he was allowed to buy Konoha. Even if that is the truth, this is the law. I'm unfortunate to say that you're not passed. Naruto sighed and was now seated on the swing when Mizuki arrived. Hey, Naruto. How are you feeling? Worse. As much as I can, I guess. Because I failed. I failed the exams and now I will be the laughingstock. I feel bad for you, Naruto. That is why I am willing to give you a chance. If you are willing to take it. Chance? What are you talking about, Sensei? A way for you to acquire the headband and become a shinobi. All you have to do is follow my instructions. But you cannot tell this to anyone. And so Naruto agreed, and after hearing the instructions he went towards his Gigi's office. It was night time. Naruto was able to sneak inside and grab the scroll and disappeared. And within it he was able to find two things. One, it was the shadow clone technique, and the second one, it was a letter to the son of the fourth Hokage. Fourth Hokage's son. Weird. What is it doing here? As Naruto, at that moment, by the sheer will of fate, cutted his finger as blood dropped on the very same writing on its own. And suddenly there was a puff of smoke and it appeared. Wait, what? Naruto said fearfully. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Not like this. I'm gonna get in so much trouble now. Naruto tried to put the scrolls back, but it wouldn't just go in now. Naruto hid it within his holster and sealed the scroll back up. And that is when he heard a voice, which caused him to be jolted. Naruto! What the hell? Why would you steal the scroll of sealing and run away? Run away? What do you mean by that, Iruka-sensei? Does this mean I failed the test if everyone found out? What test? Who told you this was a test? Mizuki-sensei. Mizuki? Said Iruka was shocked, but before he could do anything, there was pain. He was in pain, because on his back was embedded now of Puma Shuriken. As Mizuki appeared, jumping down on the other side of the tree. You should have stayed away, old friend. I didn't want to do this, but as they say, some sacrifices are necessary. I'll frame his death on Naruto, and you will be recognized as a legend who's tried to stop him. And I will be considered a hero. What are you talking about? You know it. I know it. He's the only one who doesn't. Kind of irony, isn't it? No, it's not. Come on, Iruka. I know that you hate him as much as I do. Your parents died in the Kyuubi attack. What? Then what's this gotta do with me? Everything, Naruto. Don't you get it why the people hate you? Do you not understand why you call a demon? Because you are the Kyuubi's incarnate. Because you are the Kyuubi's Jinchuriki. Naruto, you're not the monster. He's lying. Get out of here. Take the scroll. Go back to the Hokage. But Naruto, he was too much in shock. So much so that he couldn't move. Iruka, in pain, could only watch from the ground because his legs refused to move on their own. As Mizuki closed to distant and grabbed Naruto by the neck. As he was about to choke Naruto out, while glaring at him, something stirred within Naruto. His instincts flared, and within that moment, 3 claws, they were exposed. 3 sharp metal claws from each side of his fists. And they, with a swift movement, cleaved both of the arms off of Mizuki. As Mizuki stumbled back in agony. My arms! What did you do? You damn demon! You want to see a demon? I'll show you one. And after that, Naruto bent down on all fours and began to dash like a wolf, jumping on a tree and then jumping with claws extended like Wolverine and piercing both of them into the neck and shoulder side of Mizuki, killing him with a single blow. As he jumped, pushing his feet onto the chest of Mizuki and doing a backflip, landed next to Iruka. Sensei, we need to go back. And so, picking up Mizuki on one arm and holding the scroll onto the other, Naruto jumped. His jump was so high that they were almost above the forest of death. And then, Naruto jumped down again and jumped up again. With 2 jumps alone, he was cleared from the center of the forest of death to the other side of the village, where Naruto was now standing in front of the Hokage himself and the Anbus. As they all were shocked, the civilians could see the blades that were extended, the facial expression, the teeth that looked like they had grown into canines, the atmosphere of fear that surrounded everyone. As Hiruzen then asked, Naruto? What happened? Nothing. Just took care of a nuisance. Iruka-sensei need help. We need to talk. Yes. We need to discuss, said Naruto as his voice returned to normal. His claws interacted back into his body, as he was now normal. What did it mean that I was the Jinchuriki of the Kyuubi? That I am the Kyuubi? Naruto said in front of everyone. What does he mean by that? Who? Mizuki! He was the one who gave me the test. He was the one who told me that I have failed since I was helped by the Inuzuka clan. As Naruto revealed everything, Hiruzen was now shocked and aware, and so were the civilians. And what is going on with me? What is this? That these, as Naruto wanted to, as his hands extended and the claws appeared. What are these? Aren't these resembling Wolverine from the legends? Am I Wolverine as well? We are not aware yet. Then when are we going to be? In the time. When will be that? I do not know right now, Naruto, but I will assure you, it will be soon. Just keep calm and come with me. I want to hear in front of everyone. Why did you lie to me, and who were my parents? And why I was able to unsheath these scrolls from the 4th Hokage left for his son? She opened the scroll. Yes, I did. A mistake that I don't regret. My blood fell on it and it opened. As the shinobis who were present there began to murmur, because they were aware only a person who was related to one could open that. It was left for his son. If he won't, then I will read the scrolls aloud. You don't need to. I will. Tell me, you are the Jinchuriki of the Kyuubi because Minato had no other choice. You were the only newborn there because you were his son. Or his son. He wanted to keep this a secret. I wanted to keep this a secret until we were old enough to understand why he did what he did and why I did what I did. It was to protect you from the outside world. The enemies, the Iwa, Kumo, and Kiri, all of them would have wanted you for different reasons, or either wanted you dead. The civilians and everyone who was there was left shocked beyond belief. Naruto, the boy who was prankster from hell, whom they have hated, was in fact a boy who was their Hokage's son, the man they worshipped, for saving them. His son was the most hated figure in their village, and everyone was there to hear it. As Naruto was shocked. You lied to me all this time? The scrolls you have. He wrote those in front of me. Read them if you want to. You will understand why I did what I did. And I have no regret in doing so. As for the people, I cannot say the same. I am extremely disappointed in them. They had every chance to make things right, and yet they failed to do so. I am oh so sorry, my dear boy, that you had to go through that pain, that loneliness, that suffering. Naruto's lips trembled. Where is my home? I want to go there. As an envoy arrived, who took off his mask, I'll take you there. You'll be able to get inside without any keys. And so Naruto was taken there, and Hiruzen returned back to his office with the scroll. But the rumors? Oh, they spread like wildfire everywhere. The shinobi clans, they had their head hung low now, because Minato was their comrade, the friend who has saved them, even sacrificing himself for their sake. And what did they do to his son in return? Make his life a living hell. Doubted and questioned him on each and every step of his life. And now, when he was aware of everything, he was stuck inside his home. The civilians, they were far more worst than the shinobis, because they were feeling extremely guilty right now. But there was nothing they could do to mend the situation. In the meanwhile, Hiruzen Sarutobi was inside his office, and the council had gathered. As Danzo, he had his own agenda and began to speak. Last night, the boy, he has revealed to the elemental nation two things: his heritage and that he possesses the claws from the legend of the Wolverine itself. The one thing we are confused about, how is the boy and the Wolverine, the legend that was almost 100 or 200 years old, related? That is something that we even want to know. But God knows how. Actually, there is a chance. A strong one that I believed in, said Tazumi. My mother, when she was a little girl, in the clan warring era, was rescued. Rescued by who? By the Wolverine itself. Since we had a connection to the wolves and hounds, we were able to... the only thing that he could akin to. He didn't harm us, but he didn't also join us. He had his own mission and goal. Then what did you want to tell us? My mother saw his face. Blonde hair, tan skin, blue eyes. Minato had that. Now it is revealed that he is their son. And so does Naruto. You mean to say, based on these features, we can say that Naruto is related to the Wolverine? The monster that hunted down all those villages all those years ago? There is a chance. Yes, I believe so. Then this is a great opportunity if that is the truth. The boy not only has the infinite healing factor, but also the legendary claws. All we have to do is unleash them. For what? There is no war, Danzo, and the boy is already stressed as it is. We are not going to push more stress on him. He has every right to be left alone right now, because we have done nothing more than to lie and harm him and hurt him in each and every form of way. You have. Correction. Sorry? I said you have, not us. On whose words though? It doesn't matter, you are the Hokage. And so, the meeting came to an halt and end, because the discussion didn't went anywhere after that. Only blames were made. In the other side, we see Orochimaru was informed by Kabuto Yakushi, and he was more than ever delighted. The legend from the past, risen and reborn. This is certainly interesting. Very, very interesting. I will have to harvest the healing factor and those claws of the Wolverine. Tell Kabuto that I would need that boy. Whatever it takes, do it. On the other side, in Namegakure, in the deepest pits, the Akatsuki was brewing a new storm. You heard that the Nine-Tails Jinchuriki is the Wolverine incarnate, or so people call him now. The other villages are also aware and quite afraid, to be honest, because their ancestors have went through hell, and they don't want anything to do with Konoha. But we do. It will be easier for us if we just target him on our own. Because if we are able to defeat him, not only will we get the Nine-Tailed Fox, but also the vessel of the new Wolverine that we can use as one of my bots. Pain is right. We can do that. It will help us only in the future. While this was being discussed in the private, we see Zetsu was speaking to his mother, the true orchestrizer of everything, the one who started it all, Kaguya Otsutsuki, who was sealed by her own children up in the moon, and she had another plan of her own brewing. My son, sacrifice that Wolverine and secure his blood for me. After I consume it, I too shall gain this legend, strength and power, because it is said that it existed even before my time. A generation? Yes. The Namikaze clan. Namikaze clan? Yes, son. The Namikaze clan was recognized as the one who wielded this strength, even before they had chakra. They had a supernatural connection to the yokai, and because of that, the blessing of the yokais, they were able to transform into this human hybrid that had infinite regeneration as well as the claws that you see. Fascinating. But what happened to their clan? The other yokais, they seeing that these yokai human hybrids were dangerous, butchered them down. Some of them were able to hide and escape. One of them was Minato Namikaze's father, who in the end was hunted down and was killed until the yokai war ended. And Naruto? He wasn't aware of his heritage and grew up, from what I believed, because I have been following their clan bloodline since here. I understand. This changes everything, mother. Of course it does. It changes everything. While on the other side, Naruto has read through the scrolls of his father and mother and was shocked to find that his father has researched on his clan and was able to find this much. Because he and his whole clan has been generational Wolverines. And now it was his turn. But what should I suppose to use this power for? At least you should have given me that answer, though, son. Instead of giving the rest. Use it for your own cause, then, kid. Who said that? It's your tenant. Who else? Kyubi? But how? How can you speak? Through the seal. There is a crack. No, I didn't mean that. Aren't you like a mindless beast, as the people say? Do I look mindless to you, brat? No. Good. Because I am not. And I do not like to repeat myself. So listen closely. The powers that you have possessed is even older than I am. Your clan possessed them. I was aware of that. Your clan, from your father's side, was known for their kindness, because they helped protect those who were in need, and rarely ever used their strengths, except for your grandfather, who butchered down 20 clans because his own clan, in which his family had hidden and resided in, was wiped out in front of his eyes. They chose to die instead to use those power, because they knew if they did, all hell will break loose, which their son unfortunately didn't understand and unleashed hell upon. And only when his son was born, he realized the wounds of his war that he had caused were too much for him. In the end, Minato was placed in the orphanage, and he had perished. But Minato, being the relentless spirit, knew about everything. Even Kushina was aware. But both of them vowed to never tell anyone, because of the fear of the Wolverine at the time, which is now just considered a legend in yours. Wow. So that's the history of the Wolverine. Yes. It was a name given out of fear from the people of the elemental nation to your father's father. And you carry on that torch. Now that everyone is aware that Konohar has the Wolverine of its own, no other village would try to harm you. No one would. I just don't understand. This is all too much. You will get used to it in due time. And so, only a week passed as Naruto was now back to his normal self, or tried to, as people were terrified and a bit fearful as they cleared out the whole streets, going next to the worlds and standing there as Naruto walked past by them, as he stopped, having had enough. What the hell is wrong with you all? Why are you acting like this? We didn't mean to start anything. Naruto-sama. Sama! You guys used to hate me and call me a brat. Why the sudden change of tone? We were wrong. Please forgive us. Don't kill us, Wolverine-sama. What are you saying is Naruto-sama? Yes, forgive my wife, Naruto-sama. As Naruto then said, you guys are insane. I'm out of here. You guys are messed up in the head. As Naruto arrived at the only shop that he knew would treat him fairly. As he arrived, he found that both of those two, the Ichiraku ramen stand parent and daughter, were acting like that as well, until Naruto was about to leave. Both of them chuckled. Seriously, you had to admit that was a nice prank. Seriously, you two, I thought that you two were going to act like the rest. Of course not. To us, you will always be Naruto. Our little annoying Naruto who sometimes reloads off of us. Hey, I told you I get to you when I become the Hokage. Yeah, I'll find a way. Hey, come on. Where's the iconic line, I'll become the Hokage and whatnot, Naruto? Why are you acting like this? I don't know if I would be the Hokage or not now. Why wouldn't you be? Because of what? If anything, you should know how to use your powers and learn them. Think of it as a gift, not as a curse, Naruto. And it will look wonderful to you and your life. Really? Of course, son. If you continue to think of it as a curse, things will go down for you and you will just overthink yourself to that. You have your whole life in front. Enjoy it. And so, Naruto, taking the advice, ordered a bowl of ramen and after eating it, paid. When was told it was on the house and thanking them, told them, you know, I'll pay you back once I become the Hokage, old man. I'm counting on that, brat. And with that, Naruto left. And so, arrived at the Hokage office to be given his shinobi headband and whatnot. Or a new try to test, but was told that he did not have to. Wait, what? Why? Because, son, two things. You are more than strong enough to take on a village on your own right, meaning you're a Hokage level shinobi. And secondly, you, if anything, need training, which will be given to you by my student Jiraiya, who arrived in a puff of smoke. Fear not, young one, because the gallant sage Jiraiya is here, said Jiraiya in an off-rhyming as well as boastful way, alongside with doing a funny dance, as Naruto had a huge sweat drop. This person was acting like a clown already? As Jiraiya face faulted as he was chuckled. He's not a clown, Naruto. He's one of the legendary Toad Sanins. Ah, so you summon giant frogs. Not frogs, toads! Jesus, this how you meet your godfather? I know who you are, Jiraiya-sama. And I am going to prank the living hell out of you for leaving me alone for so long. As Jiraiya gulped. Yeah, about that, No, I don't need your excuses. Be prepared to be in a world of pain because you are going to meet the face of the pranks. The prankster from hell itself, Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze. As Naruto left to pack his stuff, we see Hiruzen patted him on the shoulder. Yeah, I forgot to mention that, Jiraiya. Can I back out now? No, you can't. And so, Naruto and Jiraiya left and departed on their own journey. And once they did, the Akatsuki got the wind of it, and while Jiraiya was busy doing research, privately, Naruto was left to rest, and suddenly heard a doorbell ring. Huh? already back after being tired on peeping on women, old man? As Naruto opened the door, instead of his sensei, it was people with black cloaks and red clouds on them. They had headbands which had the symbol slashed. Who are you? And what do you want from me? We are the Akatsuki, and we are here to take you with us. Come peacefully or there will be hell, Wolverine. As Naruto, his instincts flared as the whole room exploded. Naruto was surrounded now in the woods nearby, as he now had to act. So, Naruto summoned the Shadow Clones and they all extracted their claws. And what followed suit was a brutal hunt down and the display of the legend itself. Naruto, in a true animalistic-like manner, took everything like a tank, even almighty push as his skin and flesh was ripped out, revealing bones until they regenerated in front of their very eyes, causing Akatsuki to know they have fucked up, because they claimed themselves to be the gods, and when facing a real one, who was already considered a legend, they knew just how insignificant they were. They were butchered down by the time Jiraiya got there, as Naruto looked at him, covered in from head to toe in red, blood dripping down, but not his own. What the hell is wrong with you, you perverted old bastard? Where were you for so long? Naruto. What happened? Akatsuki happened. Or so they claim to be. Akatsuki? Why? They told me to just come with them. I declined and they attacked me. It's a good thing you did. Let's get out of here. And after that we see the news spread fast of what Naruto has done, and the people were terrified even more. So much so that Orochimaru was having second thoughts until he himself went. And that is when it all went dark for him. Orochimaru was killed brutally, with 3 claws impaled straight through his skull and neck, not even giving him enough time to regenerate. And Orochimaru, with just that, was dead. Naruto, on the other side, now was waiting for Jiraiya again, who has left him again sleeping in the room when Orochimaru crawled in. Luckily enough for him, his senses were far more heightened than before, and Naruto told him that he was gonna prank him to oblivion. And that is what he did throughout the training years until their return, and Naruto was now 16, and the whole elemental nation was in fear of him. But Naruto didn't care and give 2 shits about that, because right now he was aiming to become the Hokage. Being with Jiraiya, he has learned quite a lot, even a few bits of perverted things, but that didn't need to be discussed, because as soon as his eyes felt on Hana once more, instead of feeling the familiar sister love that he had for her at one point, he realized that he was attracted to her. And so could be said for Hana, because right in front of her was an alpha, pure-blooded male, the legend itself, the Wolverine incarnate, and she couldn't control herself, and both dated and hit it off. And after a passionate night, she began to find out that she was pregnant. Kiba was in another universe. His brain was broken and not braining anymore, while Tsuzumi and the others were happy, because now Naruto was fully integrated and an alpha. The other villages, seeing that, tried to start something but failed, and Kaguya, she was beyond pissed because of Naruto, who she wanted to drink the blood of, in turn had done everything wrong. Now she couldn't even be freed because her son was dead. Her will was dead, and there was nothing she could do just to wait and stay there and watch everything. The villages tried to form an attack. They were butchered down so much badly that they were reminded of what their ancestors felt of and retreated back, because the claws of Wolverines, as they said, were unleashed in the 4th Great Shinobi Battle. Not war, because this, all the great villages combined, and it was only 5 minutes worth of battle, in which more than 500 shinobis were gone because of the armies of swarms of Naruto's clones in the form of Wolverines slashed upon them. Because Naruto knew he would have to protect Konoha and his wife at all costs, and his future child as well, because of his duties as well as his instincts, as the legend was only just beginning and terrorizing the elemental nation as it had in the clan warring era. As this is where I will be leaving this movie off, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one, and if you did, then make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel, and follow me on my other two channels as well, Potato What If as well as Meta What If channel, and stay tuned for stories on both of them, as this is Apollo Uchiha, and I'm signing off for the day. Peace!